And yeah, huge thank you to Olas for inviting us here. Obviously, Olas has been one of the OG teams building agents on crypto way before it was cool. So super important for us to come here and support, and very excited to talk to you. So at Safe, we've been seeing over the last 3 to 6 months the rise of what we call programmatic safes. So we don't yet have a proof of agenthood, let's say, to identify whether an on-chain wallet is operated by an agent or a bot or a human. But there's certain characteristics that we look to use to understand what this behavior is, how they're swapping, how many interactions per minute they're doing, to understand whether they're likely a bot or an agent or anything like that. So people have been building a lot of cool use cases with Safe already, and we've been seeing this, and we acknowledge that we should step in and try to help and make it as easy as possible for our builders. So many of you know Safe for the Safe Wallet, but we also have Safe Core, which is our tech stack for builders building different kinds of applications. So speaking outside of AI, for example, if you've ever interacted with Polymarket, or use a Gnosis pay card, or maybe, for example, you're a WorldCoin user, all those accounts are safe based on our Safe Core framework. So the reason why we think safe smart contracts are a great fit for AI agents is because they're secure, they're open source, permissionless, and interoperable. As Hasib said, your AI agent isn't going to go to Wells Fargo to open a bank account, right? They're going to come on chain. They don't need to come to us and ask for permission to open a safe. They could do them themselves, and same with the developers building these types of applications. So the second reason why safe smart accounts are a great fit for agents is because they're modular. So adhering to the 7579 standard of Ethereum means that there's today over 35 different modules that you can plug and play on top of your Safe Smart account. And of course, you can develop your own modules for your own use case that you're building. So there's different types of guards, spending limits, multi-sig setups, time locking, roles that different individuals are using for their wallets, but these can be super useful and super helpful when you're thinking about structuring and building out your AI agent. Because what this essentially allows you is to give control to a wallet to an AI agent, but give it sandboxing restrictions, whereby, let's say, it can only interact with other agents of a specific protocol, it can only spend X amount of money per day, or before making an individual action that might, that a financial decision, for example, it has a 30-minute delay or 1-hour delay, and perhaps it's only a proposer on the transaction, and then the deployer of the agent then needs to manually execute. So the third reason that we're trying to bring all together and power this across AI agents and for humans is the new product that we're building and we're going to be launching later this year called SafeNet. So SafeNet is a cross-chain interoperability framework which allows for instant transactions, execution guarantees, and unified balances across networks. So as you're probably aware of, maybe you've heard already tonight, agents won't be loyal to any chain. They're just there to satisfy and execute your intents. And if they're able to hold a wallet with a unified balance that they can use to transact instantly across any chain, and in the future even off-chain, then that's what we think is going to power the next generation of agents that can fully satisfy your intents. So step number one, we want to bring every agent on chain, and then step number two, we want to provide the interoperability framework for those agents. So a bit of analysis as to why every agent actually needs a safe. So there's different kinds of AI agents and agent frameworks that we're going to see popping up. Some of them are going to be more autonomous than others. Some are going to be more of the assistant type. But these agents need to be triggered by a user or a recurring action, for example. There's a bunch of different frameworks that have been developed over the past few months that are really good for building out your agents. And whether you're a novice developer or a pro, these make it really easy for you to get started. These frameworks allow your agent to interact with third-party APIs to read off-chain and on-chain data. And they can also interact with different kinds of LLMs. So you can switch out between Claude and OpenAI and whatever you want, really. And where we think that Safe brings the most value is being the enabler for the on-chain part of how the agent operates on-chain. So two ways that a framework can interact with a Safe. It can go directly first via a module that's deployed on the Safe. For example, something like a strategy executor. So if you've got a safe that's planned for yield rebalancing, for example, that strategy executor can have certain predefined strategy rules, which again is another module that's plugged on top of the safe, interacting via a unified DeFi module, sending instructions to the Safe Smart account and allowing it to interact with different modules, frameworks, DeFi applications, or anything of the sort. You can also impose on top things like a spending limit module or even a recovery module in case your agent loses its keys or something goes wrong. You always have a way to recover those funds. And you can also place guards that do certain types of checks before and after the transaction to ensure that everything goes smoothly. This way you can safely interact with different third-party protocols, anything EVM, and potentially even cross EVM in the near future. So we've been working really hard in the past couple of months, making sure that we're as AI forward and compatible as possible. So in 2025, we shipped 4 new AI starter guides. So it's about setting up your agent, how to do human approvals for your agent, thinking more about DAOs and governance, and finally, how to set up simple trading strategies with your AI agent and Safe. We've launched brand new documentation to help all the builders that already build on Safe and attract a bunch of new builders to understand how to use our documentation specifically for AI agents. And we've also implemented plugins for the top 4 frameworks being LangChain, ELIZA, GOAT, and Versal. Finally, we've just finished running the largest crypto and AI hackathon in terms of prize pools that has been launched so far. We've had over 730 hackers, just under 200 projects, and we gave away over 500K in bounties and rewards. So we really wanted to push the boundaries in how we can use smart accounts to build smarter agents, and different fields that we tried to advance was DeFi, prediction markets, social, treasury management, AI advancement, and smart account tooling. So we saw some really cool applications come out of the hackathon. We're going to be working with some of the leading ones and showcasing them a bit better over the coming weeks. Some of them I've met earlier today and earlier in Denver, so it's really cool to get to see people and builders live in person. And yeah, so again, Olas is the OG agent framework that has been built on Safe, but recently there's a bunch of other teams that use Safe in different capacities within their framework. We're hoping to see a bunch more. And honestly, I'm very confident that we're on our way to more advanced sovereignty and AI agents, understanding how we can increase their on-chain expressivity and how they can become the perfect helper for anything that you want to do on-chain and off-chain. So the framework that we see is how you can increase autonomous of your agent. And yeah, there's different kind of configurations that you can use from using your Safe, from just being a proposer all the way to being a Safe agent that can deploy its own smart contracts and run its own DAOs. We see really exciting things across finance, governance, and even security. So we're super bullish on AI agents. I hope you are too, if you're at this event. Yeah, we're going to keep building and try to make it as easy as possible for everyone to use Safe smart contracts. Thanks, I'm Alexis. I'll be around for a bit. Yeah, nice to meet you.